Hey, whoopee, it's Sunday, time to go to church. Not, I didn't sin, so why should I go to church? Um, no, I didn't sin. I've been helping people, so if that is sinning, well, I guess I'm guilty. I need to go smoke a cigarette. I haven't had one this morning, and I haven't had any coffee, and here we go. Here is my living room that I redecorated. I even got an Asian table. It's got some messes, but it was only 25 bucks. It's Korean. And then here's my easel that I'm going to start painting. So I like to paint. Here's one of my paintings right here. And I did it on a door, on one of those old doors, see? Like that. And I like my turtles up there. And I like my TV that my son bought me. There we go. And yeah, I live a simple life. It isn't too, fancy to me. And I got some antiques that I really like. And there's a vase that my friend bought me to match my furniture. Oh, and I like my tree over there because it blossoms. And then here's my kitchen. Nothing fancy about that either. I had to buy my own dishwasher, my own stove, my own refrigerator, because the landlord, he is a slumlord, and I couldn't stand, cooking on a rimmed one of those wire things, for the stove, and then it didn't even fit right. It was rusting and it was off balance, and my pans were never straight up. My dishwasher was a piece of crap, and then I showed it to him. He came over. He goes, "Well, it works." What works? I, expressed to him my opinion many times. What works? And he's like, all you have to do is push this down. And I'm like, it hasn't been popping up that, the soap thing, the pods wasn't popping up. And he was like, well, it is now. And I was like, dude, it hasn't been. I've been washing dishes and it comes out dirty as those really old ones. So a friend of mine came over and I went to the warehouse and bought me another one because I'm a landlord and I usually buy stuff that is secondhand. And but they were nice, it isn't like they're cheap. And so I bought a refrigerator there, a dishwasher, and a stove one by one. Then one day I was going to buy a dishwasher, and I did, over at Havelock Salvage Yard here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I do business there. I used to. I gave everything to my son now because I hate being a landlord. So there we go. And then they call not John, my landlord, and says, hey, she wants to buy a dishwasher. Is it okay since they have to have an electrician? He yelled at them. Yeah, I can hear it on the phone. She don't need another new dishwasher. Wasn't another. She don't need a new dishwasher. I'm like, who in the hell is he to tell me what I need? He's my landlord. He doesn't tell me what I need or what I want, or whatever. And then so I was like, bullshit, I'm buying this dishwasher because I don't like to live like that. I'm not a high maintenance, but I want appliances that work because I am a cook. I'm a very well cook, and I have my food permit and I have my alcohol permit, so don't go fucking with me. And so I got a dishwasher, and Mac came over, and then he went on vacation, and then he goes, who's the one that put your dishwasher? And I said, what? I go, listen, dude, I'm putting this in, and something happened, wasn't tightened or whatever, and it's running down her apartment, and she's all pissed off because I got a new dishwasher, right? Whatever. And so I got a different stove, and he was so happy when he came up here, of trying to fix my old dishwasher. Oh, this is the same kind I have at home. Well, goody for you. While he's trying to fix my old dishwasher. Then I got the new one. And then he had to send an electrician over to see what the hell is wrong. And it was one of those salvage yard people. I don't know, maybe he owns the damn thing. I know he doesn't. So anyways, I got that fixed, properly. And it was nothing wrong. It was just the hose wasn't tightened enough. Otherwise, everything else was better. The old one, the dishwasher, wasn't even up there right. And so when it was tearing apart to get the new one in, Mac was saying, what the fuck? This wasn't, everything was all upset. And then when I got the new stove and threw the old one away, and then what else? In fact, I think they took it. And then they always fix things and resell it. And then my refrigerator, I got a nice one, but he wouldn't let me put water line so I can have half fridge and half, with the thing, water. So I had to go get a different refrigerator. And another reason is because the, what do you call that thing that keeps the refrigerator, magnetic thing, was all fucked up. So they went ahead and replaced it with another one, which was a little bit cheaper because it didn't, have the water thing. And then I kept the old refrigerator for storage. And then now this landlord gives me a 7-day eviction notice. He says, you got to be out of here in 7 days. I'm like, dude, I've been here for going on 4 years, and you're giving me a 7-day eviction notice for what? You didn't pay the November rent. And I said, yes, I did. He came up to my apartment door right here and flashes me this paperwork saying I got to be out in 7 days. Ha. I happen to be a landlord too, and I know the rules. You can't do that. I haven't been late 3 months in a row for my rent. I didn't get evicted. You can't just pop in and say, you got 7 days. And I say, hey, dude, I'm trying to say, hey, I paid for my rent. And he goes, no, you didn't. And because I texted him because he just sped off on his fancy old fucking fancy truck. And he did try to sexually do something with me twice. And I said, no, I am not that way. And, but I will give you some jar of my homemade pickles, which he loved. And so, and then he calls my son, did your mother pay for November rent? He claims to me, he goes, well, your left-hand side says your name, but, John signed it. And I go, well, that's because John, paid my rent. And so he starts yelling at my son John and says, hey, you didn't pay your rent. Oh my goodness. So anyways, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. All I know is that he's a slumlord. And look at this balcony.